And so, in Jeremiah 29 and 11, God says, I know the plans that I have for you. He says they are plans for good and not disaster. You got to be careful when you sell God's people short. And you got to know who you are as God's people. God says, I know the plans that I have for you. He's talking to each one of us in here today. I know the plan. Ain't nobody that's got to know it. Ain't nobody that's got to agree with it. You don't get. Nobody has to pat you on the back. Nobody has to confirm. I know the plans that I'm going to tell you what the plans are. This is God talking. He says, I'm going to tell you what the plans are. That they are plans for good and not disaster. God has plans for your good. Your job is to find, God, what do I need to line up and be in position for the good to come in my direction? Everything works to the good of them that love the Lord. Maybe I need to learn to love him. He says, if you love me, if you love me, you'll obey me. Maybe I need to obey him, and I set myself up for the path of good. He says, I know the plans that I have for you, and they're plans for good and not disaster. I don't care what anyone said. God did not create you for disaster. He says, the plans are to give you a future and a hope. God says, I see you in places that you can't even see yourselves. Plans to give you a future and a hope. I need somebody to please know that God has a specific purpose already worked out for each one of us, even our young people. God has a specific purpose that's already worked out for each one of us. And that purpose is not to be the tail, but to be the head. That purpose is not to be a borrower, but the one who is systemically oppressed. That's not God's plan for us. The world might offer that, but that's not God's plan for us. But if we fall for the okie doke, we'll continue to live lives that looks like God's plan for us is to always be the tail. It's to always be oppressed. It's to always be the bar. That is not God's plan for us. And so it's extremely important for us to, what is it that the Creator, when he created me, what is it that he had planned for my life? I don't care about anybody else. I don't care about anybody. What did God have planned for my life? Harriet Tubman might have been born into a situation, but she knew that God had not placed that situation as her eternal place in life or eternal lot in life. And not only did she know that God had freedom in store for her, but that God had freedom in store for anybody that was willing to go and get it. And so we have to understand that if you're willing to go and get it, God got it just for you. But everything's not going to be delivered to you on a silver platter. But you have to know the plan. Right now in the world, we see it. People are always talking about the Constitution when the Constitution worked for them. But when they don't want the Constitution to do what it's supposed to do, they'll manipulate it and change it and do whatever they want, and then we scratch our heads and say, we ain't know they could do that. They do whatever they want to do. People don't know God. People ain't never knew God. People have no idea who God is. It's all about self. But when you learn who you are, Constitution has no authority over you. When you know who you are, no demon in hell has authority over you. When you know who you are, they can attack your community, they can attack your country, they can attack your very being, but you'll be like Maya Angelou and still like dust. I rise.